Okay, I pulled over on the side of the road because look, something came up. I had to run out. But look, I'm gonna be quick. I'm Janice Watson, the owner of T&J Keys to Care, and one of my goals is to expand out of the home and actually get a center.
Yes, I love it. Thank you, Jamise. Welcome to Bag Spring 2026. Who do you want to call on next?
Miss Tasha, Miss Tasha, I ain't forgot you, girl. I'm gonna do my stuff. I promise.
I knew she was going to call me. My name is Tasha Williams. I'm partner with ING Innovative Networking Group, where we educate, engage, and empower individuals, families, organizations, and business owners with our solutions, products, and security-based services. I'm going to briefly talk about ING Solutions, where we want to expand our strategic partner base, offering our solution services to individuals, families, and business owners. So what I want to get out of the bag is kind of to fine tune our offerings.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. Welcome to the space. Who do you want to call on, Tasha?
Christina.
She's so difficult. Hi, Christina Williams DeBrew, co-founder of Innovative Networking Group. She focused on ING solutions, so I will talk about the ING educate aspect. We do have a tutoring business where we work with kindergarten through sixth grade students, and we have a target population that we work with and a target goal each year. In addition to facilitating mindset classes, our goal is to foster. We have change, right? Fostering, facilitating the mindset classes. We have created our own uh, like blueprint of how we do that with Shifting Minds Collective. So in the next 90 days, we want to fine tune every aspect that we branched out to do over the last 6 months with this cohort so we can create a package and an offering for pretty much schools and those private schools and those charter schools. Is that right,
Awesome.
Tasha? All right.
Awesome. Who are you passing it off to?
My girl Renee.
Okay, first of all, Chantel Cheek is supposed to be joining. She said that she's gonna hop on, but she's at her son's track meet.
Okay.
So, and Chantel ran track at ECU. Her husband do track. They're a big track family. So she apologized and she's gonna try to log in.
Oh,
She
wonderful.
said she's gonna go ahead and record her son's race and then try to join real quick. Okay. Renee Harvey with Harvey Insight Consulting. We are a new consulting business that just launched like March 4th. And we will be providing capacity building and focused strategic planning for small, nonprofit, for profit, rural, community-based organizations. My heart, my passion is really for the rural communities. You know, most of us are rural. We don't get the things that people in Wake County get. People in Wake County, most of them are not even from Wake County, but they come to our area and try to tell us what to do, how we need to eat, how we need to think. So I think it's important if we build our own organizations up because that's what they're asking for. They want people, homegrown leaders, to help them, and they're struggling. So right now it's very important that we build that capacity and we want them to focus on strategic planning. But one thing I'm finding out, a lot of these organizations don't have time to create a 5-year plan. They can't afford to bring someone in to help them with that 5-year plan. If they have it, it's gonna probably sit on their shelf. So my goal is just really to help them where they are, get them where they need to be. So maybe they can focus beyond the 90 days. So we can go ahead and get them prepared to write grants and get grants. They want to get all this money, but they're not prepared for that. So that's where I can come in and where I can, because I'm not a grant writer, I'll tell you that right now. But I know a good grant writer, and I don't mind connecting. We're partnering together, so that's what we're doing. And my goal with Bag is to, I guess my goal with Bag is to learn from others, and I want to be able to go ahead and within the 90 days at least have 2 clients. So I really need to learn more what to do when you're just starting out in this work. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for everyone kind of checking in. Let's see if I go back to gallery so that everybody can see each other. Awesome. For checking in and showing up. I am, of course, everyone. When your friend comes on, I'll do like official introductions, but all of you know me. I'm Shameka. I am super excited though. It's just something about this bag that has been made special as we're piloting this hybrid model of the intensity of self-paced learning. It's kind of like, yeah, you could take your time or you could take advantage of all these additional resources that's in these 90 days that's going to help you get there. But if you can't show up fully in that capacity, okay, here's everything you could use. Uh, but it'll just be a different environment trying to come outside in 90 days. Does that make sense? So we want to get you ready. We want to get you right. You'll have these recorded sessions. I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to jump into the PowerPoint to go over how what this accelerator, which is first of all, I have to admit this as I do my human being check-in. One of my strengths, one of my Clifton strengths is activator. So that's just something that I operationalize. So I see stuff from theory to practice. Like I jump to practitioner and I'm okay with failing. Because I know that that just really is the first attempt in learning, FAIL. And so I learned that way didn't work. So let me try a different way. And so what we're doing with this intensive version with the self-pays, having the office hours, bringing in subject matter experts, this intensive is going to take a little bit more you and a stretch of to conceive the injection. But we also are offering the workbook. We have a live version which we can interact and engage over the 90 days in. And we have the PDF version that you can kind of print out and fill out. And don't ever have to tell me what's in that part. So I want to give you the freedom to meet you where you are as we're literally getting naked together over the next 90 days and selling into media goals. I've read all of your profiles. I'm super excited to see this growth opportunity with intention. I also fully believe that we can all help each other while we're building and growing because we all have an expertise. So I hope that you're comfortable with giving shameless plugs while you're in this space. And if you offer something that can be a solution to someone else, that you don't hesitate to speak up and share that uh, because you really have this incredible opportunity to lift up who you are to this room. And so here we are. Welcome to BAG. I just want to lift up and celebrate and thank the Canberra Foundation, Wells Fargo, and Genesis Block Foundation for the opportunity to get a chance to connect by them sponsoring seats for people to have access to remove all barriers while we're learning and growing together with intention. So we've gone through the introductions. That was also your initial declaration. So hold on to those. I'm going to send you a copy of these. This is like your declaration of what you're standing on, showing up in the space. And so I want to go into now shared agreements. These are things that we're agreeing to while we're in communion together over the next 90 days, that we maximize the opportunities. Confidentiality is important, respecting everyone's privacy. Unless you say, I got an event coming up and I want you to tell, we don't be confidential about that. Share that and let us all help each other and build each other's up through our networks. When it comes to punctuality, we will start on time and end on time, um, pending how things are flowing. Because I want to make sure that I can create the environment that's honorable of your time and a balance of if something's really good or the questions are rolling, not to cut that off. So I wanted to just lift that up as well as a shared agreement and then engagement, active participation. For me, I understand you may be doing other things. You may have to hop off and hop back on. You may not be able to come on camera. We'll meet you where you are. There's no shame and no shade in how you need to show up. I'm just glad you showed up because that is what makes a difference to keep showing up. All right, so here's the April outline. This is really what we'll be focusing on more specifically this month is to think about your business vision, where you are, what goals you put in your pre-assessment, establish accountability partners. Did you come with your accountability partner? Do you need one? You need a text buddy that can get a copy of your declaration at the beginning and say, check in with you, just shoot you a text like, how you doing, sis? On this you said. So we have that opportunity to be that and show up for one another with that level of engagement here, with it leaning in on accountability and us helping each other get to the finish line, which will go into launch growth action plans, looking at what comes next for you, even at these 90 days. Where are you? What worked? What didn't work? And then getting more specific and fine tuning and getting you to your goals, even if it's coming maybe a little bit later than June, it may come in July, but you're on track. We want to support that as well. Here's the overall 90-day roadmap of how we'll be showing up for bag, which I like us to all go after a bigger bag this year. And in pursuit of that, we are having our kickoff meeting tonight on April 29th. That'll be our first check-in calls, kind of like office hours. I have some questions I need to do a human being check-in. Sometimes I may have it that on these dates in April, May, we'll have a guest speaker from a bank, whether it's UBS, PNC, Chase, someone that we work with through Black Girl Magic Market that can come and just speak to you on opportunities for financing. I've also worked with Barber Company, Corey Barber, and had him as a guest during BAG as well. So there'll be those opportunities in between time. And then for the May 27th, after our May 1st session, will this office hour kind of vibe will be the mid-program feedback. So this is you checking in. Hey, I am doing really good at this. I need help to fine tune and tweak that. It's better to come at least talk to me by the 27th. Um, if something's not working or you're not flowing or you're not meeting your goals or revenue is not flowing, so that we can fine tune it between May and June before you leave. So this is intentional. It's put there mid-program feedback. How are we doing? How's communication been? What do you need? What's your learning style? Any accessibility needs? I want to know way before May 27th if there's some additional support. Your learning style is different that you need me to know about so that I can make sure I'm accommodating you and meeting you where you are. And then June 24th, that is going to be our virtual turn up. That is going to be our final review. That is going to be our wrap up. We are turning that into a celebration. Like it's going to be like a jam. Like we're really trying to lift up the launch in Zoom. So this is something that you have an opportunity to prepare. Um, to present what you've learned. If you want to pitch, like we want to create the environment that will help you while you have a gallery, while you have a focus group. So that, you tie that into your launch, however, and we can get more detailed and more specific as things come along and time comes along for us to be able to build in that way. Uh, Want to check really quick. Has everyone, I can't see, but has everyone gotten a chance to get their workbooks if or review them? So just let me know how much time we should spend here for this component. Should put it in the chat really quick or come off mute if you haven't looked at the workbook and just say I haven't looked at it so I can know how deep to go into this part.
This is Renee. I looked at it. I really like it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Got some chats coming in. Okay, wonderful. Thanks for lifting that up, and we'll talk about it briefly. This is kind of like it is self-paced, but it is scheduled out over the 90 days. So you can run it this 90 days and run it another 90 days. The mini goals and the time in between is going to be really good for you overall. Here are me taking a moment to dump all the resources out to you. I'm going to go through these things fast, but it's only because I'm sensitive to the time. Wonderful. Glad you got a chance to look at it. So these are the things I'm going over now with the websites and live forums are tools you'll be able to use. It is very technology heavy, but I want to pull you and stretch you in areas. So if you need extra technology support and understanding how to maximize these resources we're going to go over, just shoot me a direct email, book a discovery call on my calendar. You can find that at shemekaebony.com. Book some time and we can go over more specifically what you need. And shameless plug, it may be some people in the group that can do that as well, that may be very tech savvy, that can meet you where you are. So I'll open this up first. This is our tool under our tool section for those that are very visual learners or auditory. We have several playlists here that can help build your capacity. So whether it's in a short mini playlist of shorts on how to be successful. This is when I was a Black Engineers Conference a couple of years ago. Just PowerPoints. If you just need a quick word, that is there for that. Everything that we've been doing with the Eastern North Carolina Women's Business Collective, that entire playlist is there. That's collective content of information, our summaries and reviews of the work that we have done, really good content and speaking opportunities that we've had on panels or things that we presented or content that we created off of the work that we were able to accomplish through funding partnerships with NCID and Wells Fargo last year to help build capacity around rural support. And we personally committed amongst the four of us with the Eastern Women's Business Collective is that we're going to keep going. And we identified 5 cities last year that we wanted to keep creating this engagement opportunity. And Canberra Foundation and Wells Fargo came along with us again this year to be able to offer some opportunities for entrepreneurs. I'll also say women's empowerment nuggets if you need to be inspired or motivated, whether you need meditation videos, here limitless meditations and binaural beats. These are things that create the atmosphere to live um, a better version of you in a calm, fluid balance of what that looks like from morning workouts. You'll see in a lot of my media content and content creation really centers lived experience expertise. So that could be people lived experience that you are providing services for, you're advocating for, like for example with Renee, your position of you working with community organizations. These playlists that you see here could be also beneficial to those in your community as well. More specifically, I'm thinking about the Community Bill of Rights here. This is something that I co-authored with 15 other people that have experienced across the country. And this is for my leadership development side that looked at how systems and philanthropic organizations were creating equitable practices with how they looked at community engagement, but centering community and this being a tool to do that was something that we navigated. So when it comes to building capacity on your leadership side or your business side, you'll see that these playlists are here and specifically thought of you. This BGMM media, that's Black Girl Magic Market. So that's our business development arm of Shemeka Ebony. You'll see videos, content creation, growth resources. Corey Barber has some videos on that playlist. Small Business Center, the work that I do with the NASDAQ Entrepreneurship Center, um, some of the videos that connected to their organizations listed here. BIA, Black Innovation Alliance, some speaking opportunities and events that we partner with them as a North Carolina member are in that playlist. So if you're looking for inspiration with community engagement or helping to inspire the nonprofits that you're working with, portfolio of the community engagement that I've done in different areas. That playlist is here to support you. And I also lift up the journal prompts if you need to be inspired, just whether it's audio, visual, those journal prompts you can pop in if you need a new journal entry or focus, and that could be something that could be beneficial for you. In the essence of forums, this is the live version of how we'll check in. So with this Google form, it's related or similar to the workbook, but you can go in and edit and update and create responses at any time. So it's kind of like our open diary to one another during this 90 days. So how you, it's okay to like date what entries you put in. Once you get further down, like into the paragraph sections, you can just date it and create these as journal entries and update it as you go along. It's recommended that after each session, at least go in there and do that check-in and that post-check so that you can track your own growth. But this is something that is going to be that is open and available to you. Here's the AI agent list when we talk about systems and things to how to integrate AI into your business. That is a list of the agents that I've designed. I think it's about 12 or 13 of them. And so they're there to support your business as well. Going into business accountability, system and sustainability. These things, again, you don't have to answer them all on the first time, but answer what you can, how you feel, and then know that this is an open document that you can go back and review and check in. When it comes to resources, as far as me serving and lifting up the opportunity for coaching, this is that page. This is the ShemekaEbony.com, and you're able to book a discovery call on this page. So here, just click it, book it, and we can talk a little bit further. And that'll take you to my Calendly page. Uh, these platforms are also here to support and lift up what you're doing. I'll first lift up this one, Black Girl Magic Market. This is a front-facing business development resource page. It also has retail components, but this is here. It's going to always have upcoming events that Shemeka is hosting and presenting, so that you'll know what's going on, and you'll have these tips like this. You'll have an opportunity. You're already on a mailing list, so you're good with that. This is the overview of the ENC Business Collective. This is what the collective is doing right now. I'm currently offering this. We have um, Tracy and Dion is going to be offering some things later on this year, and Lavonda is going to be doing a networking show again. So these are some of our participants in the spring bag that we had last year. And so I keep them and promote the work that they're doing. And then under Entrepreneur Growth Tools, this is another like bucket of resource locations of things. This is one of the community leaders that had received also While I'm Getting Naked, and we kind of use that as a leadership coaching opportunity with, she was a community champion for what we did with Black Girl Magic Market in 2022 with community engagement. And so we also have this Sunday Stacks digital directory. This is the Sunday Stacks report. So Eastern North Carolina Business Support Organizations, if you are one of those and you want to be listed in there, then just let me know and I can send you a link to fill out a form that you can be also added to the directory. And if you know of other resources that are not there that have been good to you, because it's kind of like the Better Business Bureau. It's like word of mouth, was it good to you? Okay. And then you all saw the playlist already as well, that these are here to support you and help you identify how you want to move forward with connecting with those resources. And Shemeka Shop, that's at Shemeka.com. That's where that takes you. But it is a place to get While I'm Getting Naked, Sanctuary Life, workbooks. It also lists partnership affiliates like Afro Unicorn and Team Genius Squad and Ava the STEM Princess and Dianu for clothes. And we do business development partnerships with like Keep and QuickBooks, things that will help support integrating those systems. So if you have questions around that, go to Shemeka.com, and if any of those resources are helpful for you, we can get you what you need to link up. And this one I'll lift up as well. This is on Facebook. So if you're in the Facebook community, know that Black Girl Magic Market has a Facebook group that you can connect and engage. It looks like that when you come in, but you can come in, advertise and promote, go live, share, check in, get feedback. You know, as you can see, it's many members represented, diverse. These are customers, these are other vendors, these are supporters, these are people curious, but they're global. So create this as an opportunity for you to work out the kinks and get your feet wet as you're building capacity. So I'm going to pause here because I can't see y'all. But I just want to do a check-in really quick. Oh, yay, Chantel, okay, welcome to the space. Just wanted to post check. I know I'm going over a lot and having a lot of tech links, but I just want to see how it's flowing, connecting, and if anything is rising up for you or questions coming up. Okay. So good. Chantel, thank you. Chantel, are you in a place to come unmuted and share? We did introductions by sharing who we are, what our business is, and what is one goal you're going to be working on while you're in that. Are you able to speak or are you able to put it in chat?
Hi, thank you all for having me. I'm at my son's track meet, so I apologize for the tardiness. Um, I hope there's not too much background noise. I am really unsure about name of business. I'm thinking about consulting around program design, program management. I've done some grant design and written grants for a number of years, and I think it's now just time for me to do it for myself. So, and to help others, especially in Eastern North Carolina.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you so much. Welcome to the space. We're so glad to have you. Uh, and I had an opportunity to read everyone's profile and thinking about goals and how we're going to get there. I know I talked about a lot of different ways that we'll be doing it or that I propose, but this is the opportunity for co-design. What is helpful for you? What do you need? How do you need things presented um, so that you can maximize this opportunity with intention in a way that you understand?
I think for me, I like the fact that you sent the PowerPoint, you sent everything in advance, and I had a chance to glance over it. But I think for the next 90 days for me, if you can send something out in advance, it don't have to be very detailed. I'll have a chance to read over it because sometimes I like to read things and read it several times and come back and think over it, and then a day later read it again. Then I have it. But I think reading something ahead of time for me would be beneficial. And then when I come to the class or the session, I'll be prepared and then I can fully participate.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for listening. That.
For
No,
me,
oh,
go ahead, Tasha.
go ahead. Go first. Go first, you the baby girl.
Not too much. I think for me, like I have to process. I process like after, like I might have to go back. Everything that you share, I will have to go back. Like, and so I process that way. It takes me some time to process, especially when it's very good information. And another thing for me is accountability. Like I really, I'm in business, but I really need like that accountability partner that's gonna, like, if I say I'm gonna do this in 90 days, like I really need somebody to like really be on me about it. It's easy for me to do for other people, but I need it done for me. That's why like that's really why I became a part of the cohort, because I need someone to really hold not just me, us accountable as a business to go ahead and get it done.
Mhm. That's good stuff. Thank you for sharing.
So see, that's why I wanted her to go first because she really took the words out of my mouth. Um, I'm a firm believer if you're attempting to help lead someone else, because we have a 12 week accountability circle, right? Where we focus on one or two goals that you want to crush in those 12 weeks. And we use concepts from the 12-week year. Um, we need to be held accountable because we know where we want to be in the next 90 days. We could have easily like, okay, we're going to do this, Tina, but we follow, like, follow leaders, and you guys are leaders. We always wanted to be a part of. We wanted to be a part of your circle. Last, I think it was last year. The the bag, but we couldn't because we were actually doing cohorts elsewhere. So we have where we want to be in the next 90 days, and we just want to, be held accountable and be able to, and like you experts in areas that we are not experts in. So it's good to be able to, glean from those individuals that's doing it. And you are doing it, Miss Shamika.
Thank you, God. I appreciate that. And thank you. This is good stuff. Okay. Who's next? Okay, Janice. Okay, she says no questions. Chantel, I want to double check with you.
Yeah, I would have to agree with the sister that just spoke. She said it so eloquently and absolutely right. I agree 100%. The accountability and just learning from those that have already done it. Wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So just you all being open enough to share, what worked for you and maybe what didn't. I'm all ears. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, wonderful. And I'm so I'm a author of a self-reflective journal called While I'm Getting Naked. The component of that just really centers who I am and how I show up is the nakedness part, transparent, like naked, like in some cases I've had to lead while bleeding, like being broken and still having to push through. And I've just seen that it's much better to talk about that as a journey and not a stopping point or a pit to stay in. But it's important to know what it looks like to just keep going. Uh, I write about a lot about that in anecdotes and devotionals in the While I'm Getting Naked journal. But you all will make up your own along the way. Like you'll experience your own as you make your declarations and you write your own affirmations. Like these are things that we get to feed ourselves. Like this is for leaders. Like this is the energy that I feel from reading your profiles to where you want to go. Like this essence and experience is about you all um, seeing yourselves in a way that you can see yourself in that way. Like I can't say any better than that, but I would tell you like my mama taught me, I can show you better than I can tell you. So while we're going through this, if there's questions you have, if you want to be like, "But tell me about that kitchen part of that. Like, what's your kitchen look like during that time? Like, that's language we'll use because I don't want to miss an opportunity for you to. Yes, it looks great now. Yes, you see the Canva autopilot of post on my behalf where I'm somewhere else, either one moment from breakdown or breakthrough. Right? Systems and automations while I'm still keeping going, while life is lifing. It does not stop. And so I want to encourage you all as I'm hearing my 5 and 8-year-old like screaming downstairs. I hope it's because they're playing basketball. But we'll pray. Um, I want us to be able to bring our full selves into the space because this may be the only moment we get to breathe, feel safe, know you in an audience of people that understand you. And if we can give you an injection that refuel and reignites you and remind you of who you are and help you remember yourself and putting these pieces together over the next 90 days, then I'm excitedly showing up for the assignment, knowing full well what's possible because as God gives me another day every day, He's also doing that for all of us. And so if God gives you another day, what are you going to do with it? So before I can't see any of you again, when I go back to this PowerPoint, I just want to post check in. Is anyone have any reflections, thoughts, or questions before we jump in? I'm happy to hear about the processing part. Um, just don't let it overwhelm you. If y'all just want to talk and we not go back and get through this PowerPoint because that's too much, that's fine. You just tell me what learning style is comfortable for you all, and we'll redesign this in real time. Everybody good? So that makes me feel good when everybody's good. So, okay. So other components that I think is going to be really helpful while we're thinking about what this hybrid learning looks like. Um, Self-paced could be deceiving if you know you got 90 days. So that's that hybrid component of it that I think about is you have free time to do it if you get up at 3 a.m. and that's your morning time and you want to integrate and starting your day early, then these are ways that you can do that and not necessarily have to be in the collective, but you can kind of fill your cup in these ways. And so with learning playlists, I always lifted this up as an opportunity for you to be able to look at the YouTube playlist as well as there's also a playlist in your workbook with publications like things that um, you all can go through and kind of click link on. And engaging books, I lift up while I'm getting naked. If you don't have a copy of that, please let me know because we got to do something about that. That is going to be good and helpful for your feeling and those fuel injections as well. And then these are moments of personal reflection. So as much as we want to build up your business and build up your bank account, I want to build you up. Like I want to be intentional in injecting things to help you remember who you are as a leader. You may self-identify currently as a solopreneur, but the truth is you're leading a nation of people that are going to be working for you one day and leading yourself and making sure that you don't get in your own way by learning some skills in leadership for other people. Then you'll be ready for them and then they will come because you do not want to bring a whole bunch of people, whether it's volunteers or staff, into a kitchen that's not ready if they're not there to help you fix it. Because you have workers and then you have those that help you fix it. And this is why we create the business accountability and growth group. So we're gonna help. We're gonna come in your kitchen, and this is a no shame, no shade environment. So um, I I'm on guard for that. Like we're not here to judge or shame or make anyone feel bad. But the more transparent you are and what you need support in, the stronger the opportunity is to get you the support you need, whether it comes within house or going within the network that we have access to. Our meeting times where we'll convene like this will be April 1st, May 6th, and June 3rd. It's first Wednesdays. So that'll be our intended schedule with that. That will be the frequency. Check-in sessions in between time. We'll have one for the last Wednesday of each month. That's kind of like office hours. It may have a guest. It may be the time that you need to come in and do your human being check-in and kind of recenter what your vision and mission is, where you are in alignment with that, what your revenue goals. That is kind of whoever shows up. It's 1 hour. It's not an hour and a half. So it's 1 hour but I'm there. And if no one shows up by the first 30 minutes, then we just wrap it up and not have one for that time. But that's another time for idea brainstorming. It's prepping you for what the expectations are for the next week, which will be our first monthly May session. That'll be coming after that. And so this is another way to engage. This is another way that'll be an opportunity for you to double down on doing those check-ins. So I would say that to our wonderful individuals that want that extra accountability, like what you doing, like come to those because that's gonna be the what you doing. Those will be those check-ins. But we will enhance the in-between time. So if you're a texter, let me know. I'm not really a phone talker. Because I just don't know where I am and what I'm doing and who I'm around at any given time. But I'm really good at texting, during those Zoom meetings or in person. So I got you. If you're a texter, just reach out that way and we can communicate and get you what you need. Having this commitment to yourself is so important. Like, this is an injection. I can't say it any other way. Like this 90 days is an injection. And you come knowing your capacity, but be willing to stretch. Like you might be tired, but yeah, push, push, push. You might not have looked at that workbook for 2 weeks, but that 2 weeks and one day, get that doggone workbook and get in there and get it. Like get what you need while you have the community to kind of hold you, especially when it comes into healing money trauma. Uh, Getting into that and really getting naked with the money story and what may be blocking you from your success when it comes to your revenue generation and getting to the point of increasing income in whatever capacity that looks like. It could be connected to money trauma that we have from generations before us that we're carrying, and it's creating those same habits. Having that accountability, holding each other together, giving that space for someone to feel safe, to get naked, and having that judgment free community is what we're going to be doing in injection form over the next 90 days. And then embracing new opportunities. There could be opportunities for you all to partner together. I'm all about partnering with people for contract opportunities and bringing on board people as independent contractors on things that I work on, as well as events that I convene, making sure that I'm looking from within to build these capacities. I know what's in you because I've seen you, push through a bag and get to where you want to be. So I know what your potential is, and I appreciate exercising that when those opportunities arise. Next steps, this is us just kind of looking at the eagle's eye view of everything that we talked about, as well as what's going to be accessible. What you'll be frequenting between April and May will be your self-paced workbook, which is the PDF, and then the live reflections, which is the Google form. So that Google form is like a live journal. I can see your entry, and we can talk about it when we meet. So if you've been filling in your live reflections, by the time we have a discovery call, I know what we need to talk about based on what you're putting in there. So it's an opportunity for us to communicate in between the sessions, before we get to our office hours or our main sessions. We have the optional check-in on April 29th, and um, we'll have that opportunity to kind of do that check-in if something's not going right, or this is what you're thinking about and this is what you have so far. That'll be an opportunity to talk about it a little bit deeper. And our next bag group is going to be May 6th. So that'll be what we'll be focusing in on and going a deeper dive into what that'll look like. Super excited. Okay. So this is me kind of getting to the end of this component of the PowerPoint side of informing. So I wanted to give you a chance, if you could, to share one word in chat that describes how you are feeling after getting this injection of information.
Um, I only have one word, so I would say I'm excited.
I
You
love it.
said one word, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay. Confident, motivated.
I was gonna say excited, but I'm gonna say expecting. I'm ex well, it's one word, but I'm expecting new things. So I'm just gonna say expecting.
Oh yes, okay. I love it. Absolutely. We got excited, confident, motivated, expecting, and ready.
Mhm.
That is good. I love it. I'm happy to hear that. What we'll be doing next, let me see. I want to kind of run through the flow of the workbook so that you all get a chance to see how this flows and how it'll align. So you'll notice there's some things I'll point out so that you can get a chance to see more specifically. Of course, welcome to the space. We're so happy to have you. So this is the eagle's eye view of what you'll see for April. So our first of the month meetings, this will be what this is set on. So you'll see foundation structure and expansion coming forth. And this is like from theory to practice. So there'll be activities, there'll be self-paced learning that will have these things intertwined and to create the stronger foundation of how you're thinking about these things and how we're organizing this over the next 90 days. So when it comes to business development, you cannot develop a business without developing a leader if you plan for it to be successful. Now you can throw a business together and put some people that are not going to last too long together without a strong foundation and centering around the mission and vision and the people part, which includes the leadership part and being able to see yourself along this way. I call this the leading from within. And this is us understanding how to better give ourselves grace and understand our pitfalls and not look at it shamefully, but look at it as an opportunity to reconstruct your narratives, reconstruct where you're going. You know, this might be who you've been, but it's not who you are. You know, so becoming that leader is fine tuning and becoming a better version of yourself. So you'll see this section really helping you exercise your leadership growth potential. And so you'll see the affirmations in there, how you identify as a leader, whether you adhere to a specific leadership style, you'll be able to flow through those things. And then there'll be prompts like this that you'll see that'll help you kind of reflect on how you see yourself as a leader. Because solopreneurs are leaders, even if they're leaders unto themselves or the leaders of the team of when they're called in to work with other organizations. Even as an expert consultant, you're the leader of the project. So that level of being able to understand, and I even look at this in the case for Janice, that having that child care facility is you will be a leader of multiple staff members. So all of us can see the growth potential. And what does that look like in 90 days? Do you have any SOP or standard operating procedures that you have for your staff when they come? You know, is there a manual? Is there a handbook? Those things. If that's one of your goals, to use AI technology to help you co-design what your staff policy would be. You know, what divisions need to focus on, and what those operating procedures are. Creating what I call the kitchen structure to help build those systems on the back end will help you prepare for the staff or prepare for the help that you're looking for. It's like you might not have them, but you also ain't ready for them if they came tomorrow. So we got to make sure that we're doing what we can. And with intention, if that is something that you're working on, or whether you're looking at revenue generating priorities, what is your thing? What's your signature? What's your MVP? You know, different people call it different things. But if you know that these are the steps it's going to take to get you there, this you'll see April under the focus of goal setting and strategy. So anything that has April on it, this would be a good month to talk about it. Like this would be a good month to get these ideas out. Meet with me if you feel stuck or something is not clicking with you, so that we can get you what you need. Reconnecting with your purpose is like, you know, what is it that you need to start new? Like what didn't work in first quarter that you need to do different for second quarter? Have you considered it? You know, did you meet your goals? What needs to pivot? So thinking about how you're building, whether you're in ideation and still kind of aligning your values and what your offer is. These are some self-reflection things that'll help you build that capacity to see the eagle's eye view, because you are not separate from your business in the essence of it's a part of you. Now you want to be replaced and somebody else do the work at some point. If that's in your vision, then we got to do the vision mapping to help you get there. Like, what will it take for you to retire yourself in 60 months or 90 days if you're product based? If you're service based, how many people can you get trained to do what you do so that it's not so tied to you? Because that's going to be at some point feel inequitable when you think about your time and your value, or value being tied to time and time being tied to a dollar amount. So it goes over expectations. Just so you'll see overall for the spring. This is kind of what we're focusing on. And you'll see this is the theory of a lot of what you'll see doing or you'll be feeling or experiencing. This is the practitioner version of it and how you experience it. But all of this will happen over this 90 days. You'll just experience it You'll be able to look back at it and be like, oh yeah, we did do that. Oh yeah, I did feel like that. Oh yeah, that was it. Because I like to the experience creates the impression, much longer than sometimes just sharing the knowledge. So I want to maximize that while we're together with intention. And so this does do a deep dive also in tapping into your revenue and your money truth. And this is the orientation of healing money trauma. I became a certified money coach um, about almost 2 years ago, and it took me 18 months to do the program, and still a year before I will offer it to anyone else in any capacity because I knew I needed to do the work on myself. So though I was a certified money coach, I did not address healing money trauma without being a practitioner of it and seeing how I can heal myself because I knew the damage. I know the weight of it and what that looks like. And so between April and May, we'll go into that. You'll have those opportunities to do your money story reflection and look over what did you grow up knowing about money? What did you hear? What was the sayings about money, that you learned from in the house and how it may have impacted growth opportunities for you or how you charge or the rates that you charge. So that will be an opportunity as well for you to meet with me if you want, book a discovery call and let's talk about it more. Let's address money blocks that you identify. You may not necessarily want to talk about it in a group setting like this, but you do during the 90 days have the opportunity to reach out and let's book these one-on-ones to just begin conversations and look at new things that we can do to reframe your money story. So this is the self-paced version. And again, if you need some support or more direct coaching to pull these things out, then definitely don't hesitate to reach out or show up at those May end of the month sessions, like the last Wednesday before our May one. Come to that one and we can talk about it. Or during the May session, if you get to this part, you want to dive out, or if you jump up and you write your breakup letter to money, and by the first meeting in May, you want to come and read it to us. Yes, sis. Simply. Just be like, hey, I read it. I wrote it. And we got you. We want to create that space. So if you want to share your money story, you're welcome to come in and do that. And again, this is self-paced, but this is based on a 90-day trajectory. So you'll see these injections coming, breaking down what you saw in the overview in ways that it create experiences from kind of bringing back out of memories, helping you think about what you moving ahead with and what you're doing in as far as vision casting. So this is when you kind of think about um, if you want your business to feel confident and solid and your run rate's good and your revenue projections are lining up, then great. But if not, find out what you need to do different. And so by May, let's do that. Like, don't wait till the end if things aren't lining up. But these are some ways to kind of, again, take that moment to have a chance to reflect. You can, again, print this out. You may have a version of PowerPoint that lets you fill it in. Whatever you need, get you a notebook and write these things out so that you can see it. This is something that's very significant when we think about our pricing because it's not we don't necessarily consider all things. So being able to have that opportunity to think about your signature offer statement and make sure that you're pricing it at a way that values your time, even to your self-care and well-being, and making sure that that's integrated in it as well is something that you have this opportunity to lift up and talk about in that session. When you get to pillar 3, this is kind of going into prepping for June. You'll see it's kind of doing that check-in. By now, who have you connected to in community? By now, do you have have you identified an accountability partner in the group? Have you introduced yourself to Black Girl Magic Market Group and introduced your business or services? So having an opportunity to think through that by June, now we're checking to see what you have in place and what you need support, where these referrals need to come, what extra support, what other learning experiences coming up, that you can be able to tap into. So as you see, this kind of meets you where you are. Again, no shame, no shade. This is another extended learning. This is clickable. I think, um, yes, it has a link. This is going over AI, so content creation. All of these have chatbots, AI agents that can help support you wherever you are. And then when you click here, it'll take you to that document so that you can play around with AI agents. This is, they all are named. I'm so proud of them. I, I think it was a couple of, or maybe almost a year ago, I was in a session with Alicia Little. I don't know if you all may have heard of her or follow her on social media, but she's like the AI queen, self-proclaimed, and she taught AI to say that. But yeah, I had an opportunity to learn from her on how to create my own agents, and it's just been A plus beneficial to maximize that. This also is a resource playlist. So this is, I know I gave a lot of links and clicks earlier. This is like if at all you don't remember anything, you can come here and click directly from the workbook. So all this is accessible for you to be able to continue learning in between times. And then also from here for the rest of the book, there's a weekly check-in. So this is a way for 12 weeks for you to check in and see how you're doing. Consider this human being check-in. So it's a time when you just kind of self-reflect and address where you are and how things are going for you. Um, oh, welcome, Liz. I'm so glad you came. I was over there. I didn't see you come in.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry about that. It's spring break for my kids, and we had a moment where I had to go out of town, and I was like, I'm driving, and my internet was just not picking up for some reason. It was going in and out, so I just waited till I got where I was going.
oh, well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
While we have you, we checked in earlier with introducing
Okay.
ourselves, introducing our business and the vision we have for Bag, and then I'm going to record that component of you saying that. Well, we're already recording, but this will be that um, declaration of who you are, what your business is, and what you want to focus on.
Okay. Okay. Well, my name is Liz Cruz, or my full name is Elizabeth Cruz, but you can call me Liz. My business name is Green Space Cruise, which is a combination of my husband's name and my name. And what we want to do is create spaces that are in good relationship with the earth and with other human beings. And we want to give that space to the public so that they can get in good relationship with themselves and the earth. And it's still very conceptual right now, but what my concept is to make um, space that people can rent to do wellness, healing, and retreats. Also want to create space for camping, and then eventually I would like to create space for residential for people to purchase to live in. So like a developer, basically.
Oh, awesome. I love that. Well, we welcome
Mhm.
all of that developer energy to the space. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
I don't know how much you got a chance to see, but we will, have a replay to the overview of what we shared, but a lot of that you got via email. This has just been us talking through it.
Okay, I saw the link to the what's it, the live journal,
Mhm.
and I also see I got the slides for the presentation.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
yeah, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So in this point of the journey, I want to post check with you all as we're looking at um, an intensive injection. You're not gonna say I didn't tell you. You're not gonna be able to say I didn't tell you. But I want to, I guess, live for you. I know some of you shared the expectations that you have Is there anything that's time sensitive or very specific to your company or business that you need support, like um, sounding board? Uh, should you go after a contract? Troubleshooting if you're having a challenge with a client? Anything that you all have going on that you want to lift up that may be time sensitive. Like you might can't wait till we meet again in May. Like anything that could be time sensitive that's circling around for you. I want to give some space to that. Yes, Liz.
I have a question. Well, I have something that's time sensitive. So my business, I recorded my business. I registered it with the Secretary of State, State Secretary, and but I have not made any money using this business. I haven't. It hasn't monetized itself yet. Um, and I was I haven't been filing taxes because of that. But I need to do that because you can't get funding without doing the taxes, and you can't get funding without doing certain things. And I think that's one part of it. I'm working on getting the business plan structured and everything. But yeah, I need to file my taxes, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that, especially because I started the business about 4 years ago, but I've never done anything with it really. I haven't made any money with it.
Okay. So when I would ask this, if it's not making any money, have you consulted your tax preparer to whether or not to file anything, or can you use having this entity as a way to give take away any debts that you have when you think about your taxes and needing to show proof that your money going somewhere? Can it be a marketing expense or gas money?
Yes.
If you talked about your business while you were on that ride, then on your way to do something with your business, any of
Yeah.
those things, any ways to tie it in that way?
Absolutely. I have been feeding into my business as far as like doing research, training, also preparing and acquiring land. So, but I've been the primary, what do you call it, the personal grantor, because the business is not really established. I've been using my own money. So I'm not sure about how that works. That's the part that I'm not really sure about. Um, but I think this year we're going to get into actually purchasing property and putting and monetizing it. So I need to get that established. I need to get that set up because we've been paying to keep this business, but I have not made any money off of it. But I know the taxes need to be, it needs to either, I need to at least let them know I'm not making any money or
Yeah,
something.
like it should be reported. It's okay to report zero.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you
I need to do that at
you're not
least.
doing it, and that this could help you. Like so, you don't want to miss any tax credits you can get if because you're upside down right now. Uh,
Right.
because you're not generating revenue, that could be something that could be looked at as an
Hmm.
opportunity, as well as looking at um, if you're going to be purchasing land, then what concessions could help you getting it in your business name.
Right. Exactly.
And I'll check in with my experts on the call. Is there anyone that I don't know if we have tax preparers or filing experts on the line? If that's your business, I don't want you to miss the opportunity. We good? Okay. So yeah, Liz, I would recommend that is to talk to your tax preparer, the person that may be looking at your books, and then see, what feedback they give you, whether or not it helps you to, how like if you sometimes you could file your business with your personal taxes, especially if it's not revenue generating. And it just may be a quarterly filing of zero that you just need to put in so that the record is there. so that you don't get in any violations or have any penalties. For when that money starts coming in, you want it to be in good standing. You have a business bank account for that business?
Yes, I do. I actually have a business account and I have a couple credit cards that, have a substantial account amount, but I don't use it. I stay away from it. I only use it to register every year and then I
Mhm.
just pay it off. So I'm 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 learning. It's slow. It's a slow process for me, but I'm not in any rush because I'm, doing other things at the same time. But
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's a great question. Thank you for lifting.
Mhm.
Anyone else have anything? Any questions coming up? Anything time sensitive? Um, Anything circling around? I consider this the offer and ask component or time. Yes, Tasha.
I have a question. So we're doing a lunch and learn mindset series starting next week, and we were contemplating while we were getting our shift model trademark and copyrighted, should we do like a pilot program with it prior to it being trademarked? Would it be a good idea to just do a pilot program just to get the model out there? Or should we use the model we've used before? Um, the model we used before we in previous cohorts.
Mhm.
Like what would be a down, pro and a con for going ahead and use it prior to it being trademarked?
Okay. So the framework of the name that you're looking to trademark, um, even if you pilot it, it just affirms that you've been using the name, the words. I won't say name, the words. So you've been
Mm-hmm.
using the words. If you have any type of content creation, a paper trail, it affirms your ownership. There may be some type of proof. I know when I trademark, did my trademark paperwork, they wanted to see proof of how Shemeka, because I had it as a trademark leadership framework. So they wanted to see examples of how it was done. So I had to send them screenshots of my website explaining the framework um, to them. So using the words uh, in advertisement or promotion or PowerPoint that you prepared or something you have on your website, those may end up becoming content or evidence that you'll need when you're looking to go down that street, trademarking it. But it's not any less protected if you want to pilot it. I guess my question back to you is with the two versions, why the change and why wouldn't you, what would be the hesitation of putting the new one out there?
Um, I don't think it like the hesitation. I just want to make sure that like it's for one, it wouldn't be a problem to use it. So what I'm hearing is that they want to see how you've used the model. I thought maybe it might be a problem with, oh, you've used this, and let's just say that we can't use that name because it's already been used. I didn't want to come up with any, come across any legal, you know,
Have you done a
like
trademark search yet?
not yet. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, you can do that. That doesn't cost you a dime.
Okay.
So you can do a trademark search exactly how you have it said, spelled. Um, do a trademark search. Like that's
Okay.
public information. And that way you see how it's being used. There'll be some words that just won't fly. You may have to go back and forth with a, a, a reviewer that's an attorney. But I did all of it pro se and with the support and coaching of my husband. We filed for I Am Brilliant and Shemeka. So he has trademarks for his companies. So it's something that you can do independently, and then some people just prefer to pay trademark attorneys. It's to each his own. Um, but
Gotcha.
it's doable. I did it. So I survived. I made it happen. So you can too. But yeah, do that trademark search first because again, you don't want to trademark something that nobody's ever going to want to use or mistakenly use.
Right.
But you want to protect your property, and this is a way to do that, right? Especially if you want to license this thing or you want other organizations to be able to use the program or something that may not have Tasha present. What does that look like to protect it? And this could be a step that could do that for sure.
Gotcha.
Great question. So what you gonna do? You gonna do the new one or you gonna do the old one?
The new one. The new one.
And if you need some individuals, like if you don't have people identified, I would encourage you to check Black Girl Magic Market and just cast a net for those that may want to support a pilot and walking through it.
Okay.
Or if you need to have it associated with an organization, just cast your net on what you need and what you're looking for. Because this group is available for that for sure. People show up, they want to learn, they want to support, and they want to grow. So that could be an opportunity for you. Okay, internet going out. Okay, gosh, so thanks, Chantel, for letting me know that. All right, what else we got? Any more questions circling around? Anything we want to lift up before we wrap our call today? Okay, so we didn't look. I want to look and make sure. I'll count excited for Chantel's word, but I think we have everybody's word. Liz, yes, let's get your word. So, one thing that we lifted up as well in connection to the cohort is one word that comes to mind for you coming to the end of our call. What's one word that can describe?
Um, so to describe the cohort, the
Uh-huh.
this
Ag
this
experience.
new venture,
Mm.
um, one word, just one. Let me think. The first word is that I come with is being responsible or responsibility. And for me, that word is a very personal word because my mama used to say it all the time. When I was a kid, she'd be like, with freedom comes responsibility. And for the longest time, I used to think those two things don't go together, mom. But as I got older, that wisdom is like very true. For you, in order for you to have the freedom you want, you have to be responsible. And this is what that looks like for me.
Mhm. Oh, yes. I love it. Well, we are going to redeem a couple of minutes of our time, get you back to your friends, family, and obligations and commitments on today. But I'm so grateful that we had an opportunity to connect to kick off our launch for Business Accountability and Growth Accelerator. Please note you can reach me via email at any time if you have something based on the workbook that you're troubleshooting or the live reflections that you're troubleshooting, something comes up, um, link's not working, you've been kicked out, just please reach out and let me know how I can support you. If you want some in between sessions before we meet again at the end of this month, I want you, that's the agreement. If you want to meet with me, then that means you've done put something in the live reflection for me to go by before the call. So that'll be our shared agreement. If you want to meet, then I can look at that live and tell what we're going to be talking about without me having to ask you. Is that a good, fair, equitable expectation we can have? Yay, okay, wonderful. Well, peace and blessings, everyone. I'm super excited to have you and walk with you. And Please, I want to, before we officially wrap, if you have an event coming up, if you have an opportunity that you want to lift up, I want to make sure that you have a moment to share anything you have upcoming. I did hear about a cohort, but I'll see if that circles back around with the opening. So I want to open the floor before we close for tonight. Is there anything upcoming you want to lift and share? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, awesome. Well, we will meet again at the end of this month, or if you need me in between time, don't hesitate. Don't sleep. We got some work to do, and we're excelling and propelling. I'll be sending you the Shemeka playlist because if you don't feel as motivated as you need, that playlist is going to help you jam your way into finding your own Shemeka within you. And so I'm excited about seeing that vibrancy and that reconnection as we all remember who we are and what we've been called to do. So peace and blessings, everyone, and everyone have a good night.